reaction video today. As you can see, we got vintage arcade machines are being stolen. They say if it ain't bolted to the floor, they'll steal it. Matter of fact, who thought a couple years ago that ATM machines, not the little small ones like in the convenience store. I'm talking about like the big ones that are outside the banks that are bolted to the ground. They're stealing those, right? That I thought that was crazy. So now we're going after arcade machines. Now I did not watch this yet. This is my first time watching it, just like many of you will be watching this for the first time. So we're going to listen to it together, and I will be commenting here and there. Arcade owners, be on the lookout. So here we go.
Justice after tens of thousands of dollars worth of rare technology was stolen from him. Cairo 7's Jack Bellew is live at the Game Center Arcade in Kent tonight. Jack, whoever...
Oh, wait a minute. I see some Japanese video games here and a Street Fighter pinball machine. This is a nice looking arcade. I wouldn't mind visiting. Depending on what stuff they got left, we don't know how much they stole. All right, let's go ahead.
Made off with this entire arcade machine and a bunch of components, and the owner believes these are irreplaceable.
Yeah, he got away with one arcade machine and broke another, but the bulk of the value that thief stole were in items like these. It's called an arcade board. You know, when you look at a machine, it's basically just a screen with buttons on it. This is actually
a screen with buttons. It's a computer. That's what it is. It's just a big computer, and yes, it does have a motherboard in it, just like this laptop I'm using to. Okay. So they took an arcade machine and the oh, you know what? If you look on my profile, let me see if I can put my mouse right here. You see this game right here? That's a part of my profile picture. I played that in Japan. I sure did. Didn't know what I was doing, but it was a cool game. All right. And look like he got some racing car games. See, this is a nice arcade. So looks like this is oh man, looks like most of this stuff is like from Japan, which is expensive because you got to ship that stuff all the way over to the United States. Man, I know that cost him some money. Let me push it back a little bit. All right, let's go ahead.
Basically just a screen with buttons on it. This is actually the computer inside. If you take it to a pawn shop, it's pretty much worthless, but to the right buyer, they can be worth thousands. Charlie Mosley, the owner of the Game Center Arcade, says that when he showed up to work Thursday afternoon, he opened up his loading dock and found that his box truck parked outside was stolen. Inside were two of his arcade machines, plus the tools and components he needs to keep them up and running. He's still taking inventory.
All right, his box truck outside was missing. Yeah, if you got that stuff outside, don't. Unfortunately, yeah, you're gonna have to like get a garage or something and park it in there. And they must have been watching this dude for a while, and to know like where his arcade machines, like how he was getting them shipped in. They've been watching this dude for a while to know exactly where to get him at. Oh, he got a Dance Revolution machine in there. Sweet. All right. All right, back to the story.
Inventory of everything that's gone, but believes he's out somewhere between $25,000 and $40,000.
Dang.
Hard to know off the top of the head because it is older collectible items that have increased in value over time, and a lot of it's also, some of it's irreplaceable. We have artwork from games from the 1980s that you just can't buy anymore.
Oh, wow, nostalgia pieces. Oh, yeah, they definitely, I hate to say it, but they're going to find some marketplace, maybe eBay or somewhere to go ship it, or maybe there's a black market for that stuff. So they knew exactly what to steal. These sounds like professionals.
His truck was eventually found near.
Whoa, they tore that truck up. Okay, 2025. 2025. Can we like start our own business or fund our own lifestyle without ruining somebody else's? Like, he doesn't even know how much money he lost. And the arcade, it takes a while to get, recoup your money back from all this stuff. And They just ransacked this dude.
Burien, and all that was left inside were one of the arcade machines tipped over and broken. He says it was probably just too heavy for that thief or thieves to move after it fell over. He's urging anyone who comes across any unique looking Japanese electronics in the coming days to come forward. We're putting together much more on this story tonight at 6, including the extreme lengths he went to track down the truck after it was stolen. Live in Kent, Jack Bilyeu, Cairo 7 News.
Dang.
Hard to know off the top of the head because it is older collectible items that have increased in value over time. And a lot of it's also, some of it's irreplaceable. We have artwork from games from the 1980s that you just can't buy anymore.
Oh, wow, nostalgia pieces. Oh, yeah, they definitely, I hate to say it, but they're going to find some marketplace, maybe eBay or somewhere to go ship it. Or maybe there's a black market for that stuff. So they knew exactly what to steal. These sounds like professionals.
Now, his truck was eventually found near.
Whoa, they tore that truck up. Okay, 2025. 2025. Can we start our own business or fund our own lifestyle without ruining somebody else's? Like, he doesn't even know how much money he lost. And the arcade, it takes a while to get, recoup your money back from all this stuff. And they just ransacked this dude.
Burien, and all that was left inside were one of the arcade machines tipped over and broken. He says it was probably just too heavy for that thief or thieves to move after it fell over. He's urging anyone who comes across any unique looking Japanese electronics in the coming days to come forward. We're putting together much more on this story tonight at 6, including the extreme lengths he went to track down the truck after it was stolen. Live in Kent, Jack Bilyeu, Cairo 7 News.
Well, you know what? I feel sorry for the guy. I remember I had a neighbor. She was moving some things, and she was moving it into a truck. This was in broad daylight, and I believe she had like a necklace or something that was for her grandmother or something. Maybe she was actually going to wear it for her wedding, which was like in a few weeks, right? So her and her boyfriend, they were moving stuff to the truck. They go back in the house to get one last item. They come back, everything's gone. I remember she came knocking on my door. She was asking like, "Hey, did you see anybody walk through here?" And then, I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And she's telling me the story. So anyways, yeah, they robbed her blind. She was going to wear the necklace for her wedding. And so, yeah, there's people watching you any at all times. And I know there's people, they don't, they want to have like a social media presence, but they're so scared to have their face on camera because they don't want to be bothered in public, or maybe you're that 1 or 2% YouTuber that blows up, right? And then, maybe you're starting to get into, different avenues of, creating income for yourself, and then somebody sees you and robs you, right? So it's unfortunate. You know what? I might even call the guy, and I'm not going to record or anything, just to say, man, I hope you get your stuff back, and I hope, sending you prayers, and I'm glad y'all okay. I'm glad they didn't rob y'all at gunpoint or something. But that sucks, man, because our arcade business, that's a hard business to get into. I mean, he's probably, with all these Japanese games, he probably haven't recouped all his money back. So they knew exactly what to steal and what was valuable. And so I just wanted to make a reaction video on that. I've never heard of an arcade business being burgled. But unfortunately, if it's valuable and thieves know you got it, they want it. Unfortunately, some of us will go out there and try an idea, put our hard sweat, blood and tears into an idea, and then other ones, they'll just watch you do it, and as soon as you turn your back, they'll steal it. So, and arcade industries are dying. And I'm not talking about the family type of arcades where there's just a bunch of, those little plushy machines, and you go, I forget the name of them, but you mostly just paying to go get a $5 plushie, which costs you about $35. There's not a real heavy arcade experience for those who really do game in the United States. So I hope to see more like these. I do like, my main events and Game and Busters, but sometimes I want that Japanese experience inside of the US. So, he's gonna have to get some security cameras and just hopefully he can find whoever did this. And if you steal from people and that's your whole life, eventually you're gonna get caught anyway. It's not even lucrative to just keep robbing people. Just go out, do your own thing. Anyways, this is Fluff signing out, and watch your valuables. Peace.